Hey cruise fans, and welcome back to Ray and Sue's travel channel. We're on the beautiful Wonder of the Seas on the Eastern Transatlantic in April 2022. In this part 1 of the ship tour, we're going to be sharing with you decks 5, the Royal Promenade, and deck 6, some of the internal activities available on this beautiful ship. Enjoy. Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is the deck 5, it's the Royal Promenade, and we're going to start off our ship tour this morning by sharing with you the Royal Promenade. We're going to share parts of deck 6, the boardwalk, and also the solarium. So the first bar we come to this morning is Bolero's. Bolero's is it's got a typical Latin, Spanish, Italian theme to it. It's an opportunity for a live bar, a live event. So it has a dance floor and it's laid out really nicely, nice and comfortably. There's a great bar and it's a perfect environment just to come and relax. So we also have a Starbucks on deck 5 in the Royal Promenade, and this is not part of the coffee deal that you can get, the drinks deal, but you can come down here and purchase a Starbucks. You'll find what you find typically on the high street, in your local high street Starbucks. And it's a nice product, very favourite product by lots of guests. So yeah, a nice little area and great place to be able to pick up your favourite coffee. So also on deck 5, just adjacent to Starbucks, is the Spotlight Karaoke Bar. It's a bar where you can go in, and if you're a budding singer, you can go in, pick your favourite tune and sing along. And quite popular with guests. And also just to the side of that, you can see here a rather large, giant Stetson hat, which is a bit of a centerpiece. On Harmony of the Seas they have the revolving head, and here the giant Stetson, which does attract lots of people to come along and take photographs of that. And the next area we're going to come to, the next shop we're going to come to, is Solera. Solera is the shop where you can pick up various beauty products, typical brands of Chanel and various others, Dolce & Gabbana and such like, where you can pick up some products that you favour, perhaps things that you've maybe forgotten to take with you on your cruise. You can come down and pick yourself up, or you can get yourself a great gift. So that's Solera. And of course outside Solera, in the middle of the Royal Promenade, are these little display cases. These are the areas where typically you will see the sales going on, and good opportunity to see some of the showcased items to give you an idea of the sorts of things that are available in the adjacent shops. So that's the sales area on deck 5. So, and also next to Solera is the port merchants. The port merchants, the shop where you can grab yourself some wines, beers, spirits, and to take home with you when you leave your cruise. At the end of your cruise, you can purchase them here, perhaps get yourself a deal or two, and then the guys will take the items away. They will store it for you, and also then deliver it back to your stateroom on the evening before you leave your ship at the end of the cruise. So a great opportunity to secure yourself a good deal in terms of spirits, etc. And so also opposite the port merchants is Sorrento's. Sorrento's is one of the paid for cafes on board where you can secure yourself some nice freshly baked pizza. So come in here if you're hungry, if you fancy a little snack, then come in here and order yourself some pizza, or take some of the pizza that's ready made, and there's some seating of course adjacent to that, and you can get whatever drink you want. A great little area for having that snack. And as we come out of the pizza restaurant there, so here we've got the Cask and Clipper. This is the traditional English style pub on board, and it's very simple layout with bench seats and tables, but a great place where you can come and get yourself beers and spirits and beers from all over the world. It's got an international menu, some great beers from around the world, and also you can get some live music here. Sometimes there's a set, mostly in the evenings, where someone will come down, perhaps a guitarist, violinist, whatever, and do a bit of a musical set. So overall, you know, making a good contribution to the overall ambience of the pub itself. And so the Royal Promenade is decked out very well this morning. There's lots of cleaning activities going on here this morning, and lots of balloons hung up in the ceiling. It looks as though there's going to be a bit of a celebration and a balloon drop at some point, I suspect, for the inaugural cruise in Europe. So the next area we'll come to is the next cruise area, where you can take a look at future cruises. You can come in here and you can book an appointment to see one of the next cruise personnel, who will advise and guide in terms of what deals there are going on at the moment. If you're enjoying your cruise that much, then you can come in here and perhaps secure yourself a bit of a bargain in terms of booking a future cruise. So that's the future cruise area, and very informative, and they do have information, various pamphlets and things to take away with you, to give you a bit of an oversight of what's going on, what sales are going on at the moment, and what opportunities there might be for you to secure that next cruise. And also in the Royal Promenade, of course, is usually a bit of a centrepiece in terms of some automotive engineering. And here on the Royal Promenade we've got a Ford Mustang, a beautiful piece of automotive engineering, a fantastic classic American car, and compared to what we have on Harmony of the Seas, there is an E-type Jag, but Ford Mustang aficionados will like this like this vehicle. And I don't profess to be an expert in American muscle cars, but I'm sure you'd appreciate that. Okay, so that's the Ford Mustang display. And so the next shop we'll come to is Regalia. Regalia is the jewellery store on board. It's a little bit dark in there, so the Video might not be great, but we'll do our best. So Regalia is the jewellery store where you can come along and get some great products, some fantastic well-known brands, watches, jewellery, diamonds, gold, you name it, you can get that in here. Okay, so just out of Regalia now we can see the Rising Tides bar, and remember this is deck 5, and the bar itself is one of those bars that actually goes up within the stanchions. It's currently up on deck 8 in the garden on deck 8, and it varies between deck 8 and deck 5, so you can sit in there, have yourself a drink and get a different perspective in terms of, you know, what the ship looks like. And now the next area we'll come to is the Bionic Bar. Bionic Bar, of course, is famous for having little miniature robots, programmable to be able to make your favourite drink. And this ship, of course, is no exception. All Oasis class ships, certainly the Harmony and here on the Wonder, have the Bionic Bar. And if we get a little bit closer, you'll be able to see the technology involved in creating your drink. And here all the drinks are stored up in the ceiling. The robots actually select the individual ingredients and keep you informed as to where your drink is in the queue, and then you can sit in the Bionic Bar itself. And so of course it's early morning here at the moment. It's just before 7 o'clock in the morning, so it is quite quiet, but give you an idea of the open expanse of the Royal Promenade. We're obviously towards one end of the promenade now, but what you can see is Cafe Promenade. That's another area. It's 24 hours. You can come down, get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, and it's all very good, very useful. To the side of that is guest services. Guest services where, again, you can pop down. It's manned for most hours during the 24-hour period. If you've got any issues with your account or if you've got any problems, then guest services will help you with that. The team behind the desks work extremely hard to keep everybody happy and any problems solved. And above guest services is the Schooner Bar. The Schooner Bar, a place which is very popular, typical nautical theme, and we'll see a little bit of that in a moment when we go up on deck 6. And towards the end of the Royal Promenade now, there's of course a very nice staircase that goes up onto deck 6, and we'll go up there shortly. But what you can also find here is some technology that will help you with shore excursions. And here you can come along, you can browse what sorts of excursions are available for your particular cruise, and get some assistance from the shore excursions team to help you decide what excursion you would like to book. And also to the left of that, just adjacent to the shore excursions desk, is the port and shopping desk, where you can get advice and guidance in terms of the individual ports and what arrangements, commercial arrangements, may be available between the cruise line and various vendors in the individual ports, and what bargains can be found. But also the port shopping desk provides information about the type of shops that you might find out in the ports, and certainly they'll make some recommendations in terms of where you can get yourself some great deals. And then lastly, on the Royal Promenade is the collection. This is another little store where you can pick up some designer eyewear and various accessories. Again, it's quite dark in there right now, so I'll not be able to actually show you inside, but there are some display cabinets, and you can go and get yourself some designer sunglasses, etc., things that you might wish to collect, also watches, etc. You can get them from here. So we're going to navigate the stairs now up to deck 6, and we're going to take a look at the photographic area and also take a look at the schooner bar. So the first area we come to is again more shore excursions. So again, more information up here in terms of what's available for shore excursions. And if we proceed through the shore excursions area, we can also find the photographic area, which will provide you access to all of the photographs that have been taken of you whilst you've been on board, and a really useful service. If you want to take photographs away, you can come up here, you can select which photographs that you'd like to purchase and take them away with you. They'll obviously provide a proper printed photograph for you, and it's usually in a folder or bound in some way. Also, you can take soft copies of those photos away from you, so the team will provide those for you should you wish to take them away as a soft copy. Also, within the photographic area, you can find various accessories. You can purchase cameras, and there's various pieces of equipment that you can purchase. You know, perhaps you need some more memory or you need some batteries. You can purchase those from the photographic store as well, and they're very useful just in case you may have come away on your cruise and forgotten that key piece of equipment that you need. And so as we exit the photographic area, we can find now the loyalty desk. Loyalty desk is for Royal Caribbean's Crown and Anchor members who are part of the loyalty program, and it's very easy for you to join that. If you've just done your first cruise, you can be automatically enrolled into the Crown and Anchor Society. But Royal Caribbean has set up a desk area where you can come along, talk to the loyalty ambassador about any questions you may have with the loyalty program, and they're available on a daily basis to give you advice and guidance in terms of the program. So as we turn to right now, we can see the schooner bar. The schooner bar is a typical nautical feel to it, a classic bar on most of Royal Caribbean ships in their fleet, decked out typically with a grand piano, some comfortable seating, and very definitely a nautical feel to the bar itself. It's a great area to come, get yourself a drink, and it's quite long. It's obviously on deck 6 here, and it gives a great view over the Royal Promenade on deck 5. So all of those areas that we've seen just previously on this video, we can now see from deck 6 over the balcony from the schooner bar. Okay, so and as we exit the schooner bar and the loyalty area, we can see towards the rear of the ship now, between the lifts, we can see the entrance to the boardwalk. The boardwalk is the area, the external area on deck 6, and we'll go through there now and share some of the activities and things that are available to you on the boardwalk. Okay, so as we walk into the boardwalk now, we can see a variety of restaurants and various places on the left and the right hand side. There are a variety of little games on the right hand side associated with Playmaker's Bar, and we'll share that with you in a moment. But first and foremost, we can see that the boardwalk has this wonderful carousel, and we'll get some footage of that actually operating in a little while. But the carousel on the boardwalk on deck 6, and to the left of that we have the doghouse. Now, the doghouse is not the place that I usually reside, but this doghouse actually provides some free to guests some hot dogs, a variety of different versions. You get standard hot dogs, and you get Polish sausages and bratwurst, and even a spicy smoked sausage. And that comes with a variety of different accompaniments, sauerkraut and coleslaw and chili and some raw onion and the various accompaniments like ketchup and mayonnaise, etc. So if you're hungry, if you fancy something to eat between the main meal times, then come down to the doghouse. The doghouse will look after you, and it is a free provision. So this is just like Sorrento's, just like Cafe Promenade. You can get yourself something to eat and a drink for free. Okay, so as we go by the carousel, we can also see a number of other stores on the left-hand side of the boardwalk. The first one we'll come to is Sugar. Sugar, as you are probably made out by now, is an area where you can get some candy, some sweets as we call them in Europe, and there's a massive variety of sweet, sugary based products to be able to satisfy your sweet tooth. So the Sugar Beach is here, and it gives you the opportunity to be able to satisfy any urges you might have for some candy, some sweets. So come on down to Sugar Beach. It's not free, of course, you will have to pay for it. And to the right of Sugar Beach is the kids shop, and the kids shop is dedicated to looking after our younger members, guests on board. And in here you'll be able to find a variety of different outfits, smaller t-shirts, caps, etc. Various little items that the youngsters might want to purchase whilst on board in this store. Okay, so adjacent to the kids store is Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets, of course, is the classic hamburger joint, American hamburger joint, where you can get yourself a malt and fries and hamburgers, as the sign says. So this is a paid-for restaurant, and obviously fast food, aligned to the sorts of food that you might regularly enjoy. If you don't, come on down, take a look at Johnny Rockets, and we'll take a quick look inside Johnny Rockets to show you what it's like. Good morning. So here in Johnny Rockets, it's of course laid out in the traditional diner style, and the guys behind the scenes working really hard to provide you what you want. You can come down here and grab yourself a breakfast, and also it's open for other regular items throughout the day. And Johnny Rockets, of course, is available for breakfast, and you can come down here, and we understand it's a free breakfast arrangement. So, and if you want to see what's available on the Johnny Rockets menu, here we are. We have the menu in Espanol, in Spanish, and on the other side we'll find the menu in English. So here's the breakfast menu, and I'm reliably informed that the items that you see on the menu with the white background are part of the complimentary offering, and those items, the premium specials in the red box, do attract an additional charge. But if you have the unlimited dining package, then of course they don't attract a charge either. So that's useful to know. So the breakfast in Johnny Rockets is part of the complimentary arrangement on board your cruise, and it's only the items in red which are paid for items. So that's Johnny Rockets. Okay, so we'll just very briefly then go to the rear of the boardwalk, and as you can see there is the dry chutes that you can get from the pool deck all the way down, and this is where you end up when you've had a go at that. And then if we take a look at the end, we can see the aqua theatre. Now this is a great place to be. There haven't been any aqua theatre shows on the ship so far. The sea conditions have been a little bit difficult, so they've had to cancel, but you'll be able to see this is the aqua theatre, and adjacent to the aqua theatre of course are some of the balcony staterooms on the rear of the ship, but also what seems to be an absolutely huge rock climbing wall. And adjacent to that is the Playmakers Bar. If you're into your sports, if you're into your baseball or soccer or American football, then this is the place to come. There's lots of screens playing lots of different sports. And as we go into Playmakers, you can see that there are pool tables, and there's even a table tennis table here in the bar itself, and also of course the bar where you can get some great beers. You can get some wines and spirits, and all in all a great place to come if you're into your sports and you like to have a beer or two. Okay, so that's Playmakers, the sports bar on board the ship on deck 6 on the boardwalk. Okay, so that's the boardwalk on deck 6. So we've seen the doghouse, we've seen the sweet store, the candy store, Sugar Beach, we've seen Johnny Rockets, and of course we're passing the wonderful carousel, as you can see here. On the right hand side on deck 6 you of course can see Playmakers Bar, and we've seen the aqua theatre at the end of the boardwalk, and also the abyss, the ultimate abyss slides, which start up on the upper decks and finish down here on deck 6. So we hope you've enjoyed this tour so far, and if you have, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It's through your subscription that the channel will grow. It also helps YouTube, the algorithm, to know what you like and what you don't like, and it also means that the channel will get distributed to more people the more people like and comment. So please leave us any comments that you have with regards to this first part of the ship. If you like this video, why not check out our channel, Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, where you'll find a raft of other cruise videos covering the Far East, the Middle East, the Mediterranean and the Caribbean and Mexico. So please leave us any comments that you'd like, and consider liking and subscribing to our channel. It's through your subscription that this channel can grow. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.